Hello learners, welcome back to my channel Shraddha's Physics. Here we will continue our topic Classical Dynamics, that is DC1 paper. Today we will see constants and the types of the constant. Basically the constant is also known as the restrictions. Restrictions mean constant is the restriction, or we can say that the restriction in the motion of the particle or the motion of the body. So here we can say that the forces which restricts the motion of any dynamical system, they are known as a constant. So here the forces constant are the forces which restricts motion of dynamical system are known as constants. So constant are basically the forces it restricts the motion of the dynamical system. So for example, like the frictional force is a constant force, frictional force, damping force, etc. Because these are the constant force, because it will restrict the motion of the system. So in the last classes I have also discussed about the simple pendulum case. For example, it is supposed hang at this point with a rigid support. This is my simple pendulum having its bob attached to it, and suppose it makes an angle theta. After making an angle theta, it will reach at this point. Okay. Now this is the path of the pendulum, and this is the mean position. This is the mean position of the pendulum. Suppose this length is fixed when this length L, or you can say that here there are two coordinates. I can say that one coordinate is R and another coordinate is theta. This R is nothing but the length of the string or the length of this pendulum. This is the L, and here you can see that at this position the length will remain same, and at this position this length will remain same, but only the variation is along this, the variation you can see for the value of theta. So we can say that this R equal to L, this is constant, or this constant, or we can say that this is the constant. Constant means the restriction. We cannot extend this string because it is fixed, so we cannot elongate this pendulum. So this distance is fixed, and it will only depends on the value of theta. So here, as we have calculated, the degrees of freedom is, this is 2 in minus k for the two-dimensional system. So this will be 2 into 1 minus 1 constant. So that will be total degrees of freedom is 1. So that is your theta. Degrees of freedom, the generalized coordinate. This generalized coordinate is theta, and this R equal to L is known as a constant. Now we will see the types of constant. So on the basis of velocity dependency, velocity dependency, the constant forces are of two types. Constant forces are of two types. One is holonomic constant, and the second one is non-holonomic constants. One is holonomic constants and another one is non-holonomic constant. So in case of holonomic constant, first of all we will see what is holonomic constant. So let us start our topic with the holonomic constant. So the constant forces which doesn't depend on the velocity, that is called the holonomic constant. Or we can write it as the constant forces, the constant forces which are velocity independent, which are velocity independent, velocity independent are known as holonomic constant, and known as holonomic constants, holonomic constants, holonomic constant. So velocity independent means it will not depend on the velocity. Suppose for example, if I will consider, suppose a body is rolling down in an inclined plane. Suppose this is my, any inclined plane is here. Suppose this is any body, or this is a ball. Suppose it is rolling, having its radius, suppose here I will consider r, and if it is rolling down in this inclined plane, it will not depends on this velocity. So this type of motion is called, or we can say that this type of restriction here occur is known as the holonomic constant. So here let me write for the example. Here is a body rolling down in an inclined plane, the condition is without slipping. Okay, in an inclined plane without slipping, it is the example of holonomic constant. Okay, and generally this is written as, generally the holonomic constant, they are represented by, they suppose r equal to a. This is the equation for the constant in the holonomic constant. Next we will see the non-holonomic constants. In this case, the constant forces are depend on the velocity. Here the constant forces, the constant forces which are velocity dependent and known as non-holonomic constant, and known as non-holonomic constants. Non-holonomic constants. So for example, if I will consider, let us write an example. Now the same, suppose here I am considering a body is slipping down in an inclined plane. Here this is the body, that is suppose a ball. It is slipping down in an inclined plane without rolling. Here it is not rolling. Okay, here let me write a body slipping down in an inclined plane, without rolling. So this is the example of non-holonomic constant. So you can see that in case of the holonomic constant, body rolling down in an inclined plane without slipping. It means that here the body is rolling down without slipping. But in case of the non-holonomic constant, here the body is slipping down without rolling. So this is the difference between a holonomic and non-holonomic constant. So in general, this non-holonomic constant is represented in terms of, the equation is in terms of the inequality sign. Let me give another example. Suppose another example of non-holonomic constant is an ideal gas. Suppose an ideal gas filled in a cubical box of Seidel. Cubical box of Seidel. So here we can say that the xyz, this length is, it will lies between this xyz, it will varies between 0 to L. So this is the constant. This is the constant of the gas molecule, that it will lie within this limit. Within this limit, suppose this length is L. Here this is the cube. So the length, breadth, height, it will be L. So it will lies between 0 to L. So this holonomic and non-holonomic constant are divided on the basis of whether it depends on the velocity or it doesn't depend on the velocity or independent of velocity. When it depends on the velocity, this is known as the non-holonomic constant. When it is velocity independent, then this is called the holonomic constant. Now we will see on the basis of conservation of energy the types of constant. So on the basis of conservation of energy, constant are of two types. The constants are of two types. One is conservative, and another one is non-conservative. This non-conservative is also known as dissipative. So as the name of it, the constant, that is conservative, so here the total mechanical energy of the system is conserved during the constant motion, and in case of non-conservative or dissipative force, the total mechanical energy of the system doesn't conserve. So in case of conservative constant, the total mechanical forces or the total mechanical energy of the system is conserved during the constant motion, and in case of the non-conservative constant, the total mechanical energy of the system do not conserve. Okay, so now let me write for the conservative force. First one is the conservative force. If there is no loss of energy, it means the energy of the system, no loss of energy of the system due to constant force, then these constant forces are conservative. That is, as in case of the simple pendulum, the length is fixed, that is a conservative force. Now for the non-conservative, the second one is non-conservative constant, or the non-conservative forces. Here I am writing non-conservative. This is non-conservative forces. So here, if there is loss in energy of the system, due to constant forces, then these constant forces constant forces are non-conservative force. Then these constant forces are non-conservative forces. Non-conservative forces. So in general we can write the holonomic constants are conservative. Holonomic constants are conservative and the non-holonomic constants are non-conservative. Are non-conservative. And also we can divide this constant into further, that is Raynommer's constant and the Scleronommer's constant, but we are not going in further details on that topic. So basically these constants are divided into two types on the dependency of the velocity. If I consider about the velocity, how the, if it depends on the velocity or it will not depend on the velocity, that is the forces basically, whether it will depend on the velocity or it will not depend on the velocity. Basing on that, it is divided into two types. One is holonomic constant and the another one is non-holonomic constant. And on the basis of energy, if the force is conservative and it is non-conservative, the constant are also like whether it is conservative or non-conservative. We have separated this constant into the two parts, that is for your conservative force and the non-conservative force, that is conservative constant or non-conservative constant. Constant means this is the force, this is the force which restricts the motion of the system. Okay, now we will discuss about some examples on the constant. Suppose first example is motion of the body, motion of a body on an inclined plane under gravity, on an inclined plane under gravity. The question is, you have to check whether the constant present here is holonomic or non-holonomic. In this case, when the body moves in an inclined plane, so it is constant to move on the inclined plane surface, so the constant is holonomic. The force of the constant is the reaction of the plane acting normal to the inclined surface, so this is holonomic constant. This is the example of holonomic constant. Now the next example we will see. The next is a bead on a circular wire. A bead on a circular wire. Circular wire. Now in this case, how will you know whether it is holonomic or non-holonomic? Just try with me. In case of a bead on a circular wire means, this is my circular wire suppose. Now a bead is present on a circular wire, it means that the bead is suppose present here. Now you know the distance, this radius is suppose that I have to place the bead on a circular wire. So suppose this is my bead, okay, and it is, suppose let it be at some distance A. Since it is on the circumference of the circle, we can say that this r will be equal to A. This is constant. So in this case we can say that this type of constant is known as the holonomic constant. This type of constant is the holonomic constant. Since this is r equal to A, that is it is constant, or we can say that this is fixed. So the force of constant is the reaction of the wire acting on the bead. So it is holonomic constant. Now let us take another example. Suppose a particle moving on an ellipsoid, a particle moving on an ellipsoid under the influence of gravity, under the influence of gravity, under the gravity, simply I am writing here, under the gravity. Now in this case, when a particle will move on this elliptical path or on this ellipsoid, in this case the particle after reaching a certain point, it will leave the ellipsoid. So the force of constant is the reaction force of the ellipsoid surface on the particle. So this is called the non-holonomic constant. This is the non-holonomic constant. So these are some examples of the constant. Okay. So this is all for today. If you have any doubt, can ask me in the comment section. Thank you all.